I'm a perfectionist, and so I struggled a lot internally.
Stephanie, I'm so happy that we got to do this because
Finally.
I was excited exactly to get to know more about your past, your present, and your future.
I work as a director of learning and development and service excellence for a hotel chain. But at the same time, almost a year ago, I decided to launch my own business, which is called Step by Steph. And it's mainly focused on trainings, learning and development and HR consulting and coaching, but specifically leadership and intercultural coaching.
And why did you decide to venture into entrepreneurship and open your own?
I think it was always something that I had in mind, but at the same time, what really kind of triggered me is the fact that I wanted to be able to really move around because I love working with that's why I chose the whole intercultural concept, but I love working with different teams, different people, different areas in the world. So I think one of the reasons that kind of pushed me to venture out is that eventually I would like to get to a point where I'm really just moving around different places, different areas, and doing what I love.
What's the main difference between a corporate job and doing things on your own?
You make the decisions. And it's not as easy as I thought it would be. Financials and pricings, and definitely it's not as easy. And when you're alone, you kind of have to do all of this on your own at first, especially because not a lot of people will always agree with what you're doing, or not a lot of people will see the same vision that you have.
What has been the most rewarding part for you?
Two main things. One, the internal growth. In the learning and development world, I obviously believe so much in growth and self-development. So I feel like that has been one that really played a very big role. And the second one is the impact that I'm being able to have on people from different areas and not specifically in an organization under a certain umbrella.
If you had to start again, what would you have done differently?
Honestly, I wouldn't have rushed to register the company because the first thing I did before I decided to launch and do everything is to register the company, make it legal, and do all those things. And I think it's very important, but I think you shouldn't rush to make that. Instead, I could have worked on, myself, my presence, my social media, and then focused on the paperwork. Because for like 6 months or 8 months, it was useless, I would say.
You've been an entrepreneur now for a year.
A year.
So what advice would you give to someone that is 1 year behind you?
The main thing is, don't try to be perfect. I tried to be perfect, or I tried to do things perfectly. I struggled a lot internally. And so I would say just do it, and then you will figure things out along the way, and then you can perfect things out along the way, and that's completely okay, regardless of what people say.
What is the best advice you've ever received?
Two things. One, be kind to yourself and to others, because you never know what's going on the other side. And the second one is, don't forget who you are and where you came from. So basically just be humble all the time. Like, don't get caught up in this whole I'm my business is going well, and so I can start showing off. No, just like really maintain your ground.
To be able to wake up in the morning and be ready to do everything that you need to do. What is it that inspires Stephanie?
Honestly, helping people. I've always been a big fan of helping people. I've done my share of volunteering, and my dream goals are all related to that. And so I was able to find a way to help people in a different context. I feel like this is honestly what really keeps me going, especially after every coaching session or even after every training. And of course, my love for, exploration and traveling and doing all those things is definitely something that inspires me.
Anything I didn't ask you that you'd like to close with?
No, I think we kind of
covered a lot.
Covered a lot, yeah, exactly.